Good afternoon, I'm in Truro and I'm just waiting for Alex to meet me. I just had my hair done. I had it recoloured because the greys were showing through, and I'm really happy with the way it looks now. Very shiny, a lot of the warmth has been taken out of it, and I had a nice little blow dry. Though in this wind it like really, I can't, every time I pick up the camera to vlog, the wind like blows my hair in my face, because when you've had a blow dry, your hair's very like soft. But this afternoon, Alex and I are going to a quarry to look at tiles for the patio. I did share on my Instagram that we were looking at some samples, but the sample pack we chose and the colour we chose, we realised actually comes in a pack with loads of colours, so it's not just that colour. So our friend who works in a quarry, he was like, come to the quarry and then you can have a look properly, and then we can take like a full pack of tiles so the builder can like lay them out and arrange them, and we can like properly decide, because it's a bit tricky with like a tiny little square. And so that'll be really exciting, and it means that we can actually order them and then get that kind of going, because it's been kind of a while of us not deciding. Basically, I think we're going to end up going with like a bluey coloured or grey coloured limestone, or if they have maybe a beige kind of limestone, just so it looks like flagstones. I don't want it to look, basically when he showed me a picture of the one we chose laid, it didn't look how I thought it would. I want it to look like that's what's always been there, rather than a brand new shiny patio. Sorry, I keep playing with my hair. I know that everyone hates when I do that, but it's impossible not to. I get my hair done at Goldbird, by the way, by Sammy. If you do live in Cornwall, you do live in Truro. I also just went to have like a consultation about laser, because I use a laser thing at home for like my moustache and my chin and my armpits and everything like that, but it doesn't work that well on my face. So the place where they do hydrofacial, they also do laser, so I think I'm going to get that done before the wedding, so that I look all like, I don't know, so like, you can't see, because right now I feel like you can see it sometimes, and I just don't want it to be visible in photos, and that's my worry. Though I'm probably worrying about nothing. And yeah, that's about it. I'm just sitting twiddling my thumbs now, waiting for Alex to get here, and then when we get home we can like properly hold the tiles like up against the house to see what it would look like. And the builders actually haven't been here so far this week because of the weather, because it's been like a heat wave in the UK, and it's crazy, like it's scary, because we hit record high temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius, I'm sure all of you know, and it's really scary, because that was something that they did not expect to happen until like 2050. I saw like an infographic from I think that someone had done warning of what the temperatures could be like in 2050, and we literally hit that yesterday, this week, which is so scary and makes you reflect on what we are doing to our planet. But what was I saying? Yeah, the builders weren't here this week, so they haven't been here, so there's not much progress, but tomorrow they'll be back, and hopefully I can show you a bit of progress then. And I really want to start getting laid, like the patio, because it just feels like we've just had so many like hiccups and things along the way, which has just meant we've just had a soil covered patio for the longest time. Anyway, I'll chat to you when Alex gets here. Hopefully he's remembered the vlog camera, but I don't think he has. We'll see. Alex is here, just picked me up.
Hello!
We're heading, oh, I've got food all over my chin. Sorry about that. Alex made me a wrap and brought it. Lovely boy. And we're heading to Lantern Quarry to look at the samples like I mentioned. And I'm looking forward to it. Wow, my ears popped.
Yeah.
It's just going up a hill. I'm actually really excited, because I feel like we may see something there that we're like, oh yeah, this is what we want. Because it was impossible a mess I am. Okay, we'll see you there.
What
Who knows?
happens when you chew?
What do you mean?
You just not.
I just got small teeth.
You got big teeth now.
No, but that's just the front ones. I didn't have my other ones done. My other ones are still small. I always get food stuck in my teeth, and Alex always laughs at me. Says the man with big teeth.
Surely if they're
Lovely big teeth.
The bigger they are, the more space for things to get stuck in.
No, because they're small, so like there's more space for things to wedge inside. Like if I'm looking now, there's loads of shit in my teeth. The amount of times that I edit a vlog and I re-watch it and I'm like, there's food in my teeth, there's lipstick on my chin, there's food on my face, and I apologise because I'm sure some of you notice it, and I'm literally like, how did I not see that when I went to vlog? I suppose because I do a lot of food videos where I'm eating and then I don't check my face before I go to film.
You only clean your teeth every other day.
Oh my god, says you. I'm actually probably one of the most religious people when it comes to cleaning my teeth. Always have been. Because when we were little, my mum bribed me and my sister to clean our teeth. She said, if you don't have any fillings by the time you're 18, I'll give you each £1,000. And then when we reached, like when we were creeping up on 18 and she realised that neither of us had fillings, and she admitted to us, she said, actually when I made you that promise, I genuinely did not think that would happen. It was more of a bribe to get you to clean your teeth. And she's like, I'm now gonna have to think about the fact that I have to give you this money. It was so funny. And then she, obviously we both did it. Sorry mother, that was an expensive bribe.
Are you still waiting on the £1,000?
No, I think she gave it to us. I think so.
Just under your pillow, tooth fairy.
No, I think when I was like 16, she's like, I'm gonna have to start saving up because I made this promise to you. But it did work, and ever since I've been such a religious teeth cleaner.
Do you want to maybe start using your own toothbrush head?
This thing, Alex gets annoyed at me because we share an electric toothbrush, and there's a navy one and a pale blue one, and I often forget which one's mine because they're both blue. If you got one that was purple and one that was green, I would remember.
I don't pick the colours that come in the packet.
I know, but genuinely that's why. That's my brain. I don't know, is my brain broken? Like right now I wouldn't be able to tell you which one's mine. Is it navy? Okay.
So I can always tell when you've used it because there's like fungus growing out of it.
Oh shh.
If it's been left there on the side all day.
Right, we're gonna go now because Alex he's having too much fun with this. Caught on camera. Alex has got a Burger King.
Trying to watch my waist.
So we have our samples. I'd love to hear your thoughts. This, ignore the mud. It's actually gonna be so difficult to show on camera, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's so light at the minute. This is blue limestone. That is dust. So obviously that's not the colour, that's just dust. That's the colour. Obviously it's a blue-grey. Here we have grey sandstone. Obviously you can see it's got more, I guess, texture. My only worry is, does that texture look a bit artificial? I really like the colour of it, but does it look a bit fake? That looks a bit like it's real, if that makes any sense. Here is tumbled limestone. So this one's very similar to the blue limestone, but it's like really soft because it's been knocked. I guess you can see the smooth bits here. Wait, out the shadow.
Sorry.
So that's the tumbled. Here we have grey limestone. They're all just 50 shades of grey. This one, I think this is basically the same as this, except this is tumbled, this isn't. This is a bit rougher.
Yeah.
And then the last one is black sandstone, which is the same as that one, except it's darker. It's very difficult though, because we've got bright sunshine this time of day.
We'll have to come back when the sun's gone down a bit.
I think that I'm going to show you in the morning when the sun isn't around here, because they all look exactly the same in this light. But it is interesting to look at them. My only concern is, are they too grey next to the house? Because the house granite, the granite actually isn't grey, it's like whitey beige. Like this piece is obviously like warm beige, that's white and beige. The sand even isn't that grey, it's like a beigey grey, like lime mortar or something. And obviously this big piece of granite is a bit muddy, but that's not grey. Are these two grey?
I think he's too grey.
My favourite when they're out like this is this one. That one looks the most natural to me.
I feel like the black sandstone one is too aggressively like a stone,
yeah,
like a rock.
Yeah.
It's cool, but I wonder how that would
Not
look.
nice to walk on.
That
Well,
wouldn't.
it's not bad.
I don't think any of them will be not nice to walk on, but I think over the whole thing, maybe that would be a bit much.
Yeah, it would create like a bit of a pattern.
Yeah, it's too patterny.
I definitely like this one best, I think.
I might like wipe it or something.
Can you go, yeah, I was going to say go fill the Majubi up with water, because then we can wet them. Well, don't do it there, because that's where the sticker is. Do it on the other side. Okay, that one doesn't change too much. Careful, 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 that's going to get all of the... That one goes a bit more beige.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's the one that changes the most.
Ooh.
That was my worry, that one in like winter will become all very dark.
Yeah, I guess that's why they call it black sandstone.
Okay, this is them wet. I think this is an immediate no. This is so dark. And this one, no. Wet, that's the one that looks the most like the granite. But instinctually I like this one and this one the most.
I'm not sure if I like the blue tone ones as much, but it's really hard. They are very similar.
Yeah, which was your favourites?
Yeah.
Tell me your two
I find it
favourites.
changes depending on the angle I look at them.
Yeah, well, that's important because they're...
Yeah.
Bobby, which do you like best?
I do like the fourth one.
Okay, we agree on that one.
Yeah. Maybe this one.
So you do like the blue tone one?
Yeah, so I'm saying that, and then I'm looking at it and I'm wondering, do I actually mean that?
Yeah, no, tell me your
think
real
that's-
opinion.
I don't know. I'll wait for them to dry again and look again. That's a bit too grey and colourless,
Okay.
I think.
Yep.
The black I do kind of like.
Okay.
Weirdly, but I wonder it would just be too black.
It'll be a lot.
Yeah, considering the inside is black.
It'll
as
be a
well.
lot of black. Yeah, we'll look at it when it's dry and
A bit later in the day, tomorrow morning.
tomorrow morning, yeah, but later in the day, that kind of thing. So, yeah, but it is interesting, isn't it? Part of me thinks, and maybe some of you will agree, oh my god, it's so sunny, that if we were to go for a lighter colour that's more in keeping, like more beige, there'd be just a lot of beige. So it would be like grey beige granite and then grey beige.
Versus the wood.
Yeah, and the
granite,
wood is
yes.
grey beige, so it's like a lot of grey beige. And if you go for like a bluey, Roxy, if you go for a bluey grey, it gives a contrast. So there's like something different going on rather than lots of the same colour. So I think the thing I always do is I always go on Pinterest and look at it in like situ and other people's gardens and things like that, or other people's houses, their rooms, whenever I'm doing any project. So I think I'm going to go inside and look at Pinterest at granite farmhouse patios or just like patios, like English patios. I'll put in all the different search terms and try and pin everything that I like, and then I can compare and then see, because I may see a lot that are this kind of grey limestone or slate, and if I do and I like it, then it kind of confirms your hunch, or it says no, that's not quite right. So I think that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do anyway. Okay, so obviously I'm going to look again in the morning, but having had a little browse on Pinterest, honestly, on Google or Pinterest, if you're ever having a question mark about how to make a decision when it comes to home stuff, just confer with the internet, and it like puts the image that you have in your head in place. Like I just found an image of a really cool, I'll put it here, cool grey patio with hydrangea annabelles and like the deep cool toned greens. And I was just saying to Alex, I was really inspired when I was in Provence by all of the beautiful gardens and patios and everything, but then I have to remember that the climate there is completely different. And I think in places like the Cotswolds, where all the stone is that lovely rich yellow, it does work really well to have that kind of warm limestone, because it just works and it reflects the sun and that kind of thing. However, I think that if you're in Cornwall and the granite is a little bit more like grey beige, it's not so yellowy, I don't think it will work as well in the kind of winter months, and when it's looking a bit grey outside, essentially, I think the kind of warmer beiges will get lost. And I actually think with all of the greenery, because our garden, you've seen it obviously in multiple videos, when you look out all of the windows, it's very green. And it really isn't like that in like places like I just said, like Provence, where there's lots of those kind of warm stone colours. So it complements it when there's like more Mediterranean foliage. Sorry, I just kicked the camera. But I just think when there's more like cool toned foliage, we're going to have like lavender, which is purple and kind of cool toned, and then the wisteria and all of the greenery around. And I think that we're going to put, like hydrangea annabelles and grasses. I just think that the grey will look quite striking against the house, and it won't just like blend in and look a bit muddy and a bit meh in the rain and in the cold weather. That's my instinct, and usually my instinct is right. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I hope so, because I don't love those patios where there's lots of different kind of murky browny greys. I think that those patios end up looking a bit like meh. And if we're gonna spend the money that we've spent on this patio, I want it to look very like, oh my gosh, this is fancy. This looks really lovely, and like time has gone into this, rather than a patio that is a bit like you wouldn't necessarily notice it, you wouldn't think about it. I do want it to look quite striking. So hopefully my instinct's right. We'll see what the builder thinks. And also in Cornwall, slate and grey coloured buildings is like common. Like all of the houses have slate roofs, and there's Cornish slate, of course, the slate inside the house. I feel like it ties it all in, makes it feel Cornish. So there is a believability that it was kind of there before, though it's quite modern having such big slabs. Anyway, they kind of look like flagstones in a way. Let me know your thoughts. I always like to hear your opinions. And if you are reading the comments and you don't like leaving comments, then go and thumbs up the opinion that you agree with. So if you're like, yes, I agree with that colour, or I think that you should do this, then go thumbs it up, because then we can get some opinions. Even if you give an opinion and I disagree and we go with something different, having the opinion is so useful when we're asking stuff about the house, just to get perspective. I don't love, obviously, unsolicited opinions when people are mean, when I haven't asked for one, but when I've asked for an opinion about the house, it's so helpful, and I really appreciate the effort and time that goes into it from all of you who leave those kind of thoughts and help us through it, because in a way it means that when we're decorating the house and when we're renovating the house, we're all kind of doing it together, and we're all like having our insights, because there's loads of decisions we've made with this house and the previous house that have been a result of what you have said or ideas that you have given us. So many decisions have been as a result of that. I even think that the decision to make the garage into a room was one of you. I think the decision to make paint the bedroom upstairs in that Farrow and Bull setting plaster was one of you. I remember in our old house, the layout of the sofa and the furniture, which was a really like weird layout we couldn't figure out. When we figured it out, it was one of you who figured it out. I don't think that in this room there was any decisions from any of you, but correct me if I'm wrong, if any of you left a comment and I followed it. I think actually no, I was wrong. I was going to wait to do the floorboards because all my family were like, no, you're going to stress yourself out before Christmas. And all of you were like, do it, Maddie, just get it done. So that was your decision. So yeah, I appreciate it. And I will definitely vlog a little bit tomorrow morning. I'll have to stop the vlog midway through the day because I need to start the next vlog. But I will vlog tomorrow morning and talk about it more in the sort of less sunny sun. But yeah, we're going to have dinner now. Bobby, are you a cookie? Alex, are you taking her out now? Bobby, what have you been waiting? She's like, I've been waiting all day. I've been waiting all day. Does anyone else's dog do this when they know what's coming and they are waiting patiently for you to say the words? Bobby. And now she's sulking. I'm sorry. I'm making dinner. We've got, I need to turn this down, going a bit mad. We've got a chickpea curry for dinner. So this has onion, garlic, ginger, fried with loads of spices. So I put cumin, garam masala, coriander, turmeric, and then a little bit of curry powder. And then I fried that off for a few minutes with a splash of water. And then I added in 2 tins of chopped tomatoes, and get really lovely chopped tomatoes because it makes a difference. I got the mutty ones. Honestly, it makes it taste so much better. And then 2 tins of chickpeas, and that's just been cooking. And I added a little bit of water because I also added a cabbage in, which took up some of the sauce. And I'm just gonna let that cook for probably another 10 minutes or so. We've been having dinner so late recently, and I'm actually not mad at the change. I used to eat dinner like pretty much dead on like 6:30 every evening because I was absolutely ravenous every single day. And because I've changed my diet quite a bit, I'm just not ravenous in the same way I used to be. Like I'm like slightly hungry. Like I'm like ready for dinner, but it's not like taking over my mind and body. And I had a protein bar when I got home, so that kind of tided me over. And I don't know, I just feel like my life has changed. So it's actually quite relaxing, because before it was a little bit like, oh my gosh, I finished work, I need to quickly make dinner. What are we having for dinner? We need to make it really fast because I'm really hungry. And now it's a little bit more relaxed. Like we got home at like 5. We sat down for a bit, did a bit of vlogging, did a little bit of looking at the tiles online and outside, and then just sort of, yeah, making some dinner. And it's like nearly 8 o'clock, and I know it will change in the winter again because it's partly due to the light evenings, but it's nice to sort of have dinner and then watch Love Island and go to sleep. I've also relaxed my kind of waking up at the crack of dawn recently too, because I feel like I was putting a bit of pressure on myself to wake up super early and have like a strict routine every day, it did work, to be honest. It did work for a while to really get me into the routine of using the gym and having healthy habits, and I definitely would recommend that, to like be a bit strict with yourself and disciplined. But now, because it's a part of my life, I realise that my days are quite changeable with the builders being here. Some days I'm filming, some days I'm not, some days I'm at the computer, sometimes we're going places, and it does help to be changeable each day and not feel like I have to wake up at the crack of dawn. So like waking up at like 6:30 which to some people might be like, that's still really early. But before I was waking up at like 5:45, and I feel like naturally my body probably prefers 5:30 than 5:45, because as long as I did it, and I made that video about my 5 a.m. morning routine, I did it for a while, and it was, like I said, it was really useful for getting into a routine, like a healthy habit routine. But I just think everyone has their sort of natural circadian rhythm, and I think mine is 6:30, and Alex's is definitely like 7:30, 8. So they're very different. And then the evening, again, I was kind of trying to get to bed quite early. I actually think a lot of this, to be honest, is to do with Love Island. Does anyone else have this? Like every year my routine changes because of Love Island, because I want to stay up, which is really sad, but I want to stay up and watch Love Island. So I stay up. I usually would be going to bed between 9 and 10, and now I have to stay up and it doesn't finish until like 10:30. So my routine change. Maybe that's just all it is. But yeah, I actually kind of like it in the summer. In the winter, it is different, but it is kind of nice in the summer to stay up a bit later and be a bit more free with that kind of thing, especially if you want to go like to the beach in the evening or like have a barbecue. Like we're doing that. I'm doing that tomorrow with my friend. So yeah, it makes it a bit more relaxing and a little bit more enjoyable. We've got a little bit of tidying to do because this house, I don't know, like it just gets so messy. Like I've said this before, Alex and I love being organised, I love tidying, I love my house being clean, but it doesn't come naturally to me. In my head, it's like what I crave more than anything, but I'm not someone who picks up after myself or cleans naturally. I have to have like habits in place to make it happen. And when my house, like when a room is like renovated, I find it so much easier to keep organised because it's like done in the way that I like. So like this kitchen does stay tidy. However, our hallway, because it's not kind of like the storage isn't sorted in there, a lot of the stuff from the hallway ends up like in the kitchen, and then it makes the kitchen messy. So it kind of annoys me, like packages or like tools we're using. And I just know if we had better storage situation in our utility room and hallway, this kitchen by extension would be so much tidier. So I really need to sort this out before tomorrow because we are filming tomorrow. Finally filming the garage makeover, which you'll be glad to hear. We're going to share that with you because it's been like hidden for a while. And yeah, I'm going to make this dinner. I'll show you what it's like when it's finished and I'll see you in the morning. Oh no, I was actually going to show you something. I'm staring at all these packages. I was cleaning them up and I was like, I need to show them this. So Bauer Collective, who I've worked with in the past, they've come out with loo roll. So this is bamboo loo roll. Does it say it on the top? Bauer Collective. Did it come with a piece of paper? Always happens. I get a package. Let me just read it. It's upside down. Right, they've come out with bamboo toilet roll. I don't know where the piece of paper of information is or where it's gone. But they've sent it to me because they've just released it. So it's naturally hypoallergenic, super soft on your skin, 100% sustainable bamboo, tree-free toilet roll. 100% FSC certified, free from nasties including fertilizers, pesticides and BPA. And bamboo makes for stronger tissue. And the cool thing, because we usually get Who Gives a Crap, love Who Gives a Crap. We've been buying that for like probably 3-4 years now, maybe even longer. Alex always orders it, bulk orders it, and we order it with our family. But the Who Gives a Crap comes wrapped in tissue individually. And I kind of thought it was quite cool that this is just not wrapped. So I'm going to give it a go and I'll let you know my thoughts, because we did try another toilet roll brand. And we didn't like it anywhere near as much as we liked. Sorry, I got distracted by the cat. I thought he was going to wee everywhere. Yeah, we didn't like it anywhere near as much as Who Gives a Crap. The toilet roll wasn't as good. So I'm very intrigued to see how this toilet roll is compared to Who Gives a Crap. Thanks to Bauer Collective for sending it. And if we do like it, it makes it a bit easier because we can order all of our Bauer Collective stuff at the same time as ordering the loo roll, because we get the Bauer Collective pouches for our laundry and like hand soap and stuff, because it comes in pouches and then you can return the pouches to be recycled, so it works out really well. And also Face Halo sent me, I want to pop you on a shelf. Face Halo sent me a little package. I have a Face Halo already for removing makeup. Honestly, it's game changing. You don't need to use any like cleanser or anything. You just wet it and then gently rub off your makeup and then you cleanse your skin. They've sent me 3 different ones. So there's a blue one, a white one. This is like a slightly more exfoliating one. I guess this is good for your skin rather than taking your makeup off. This is recyclable, non-toxic, reusable. Trying to figure out what's different about this one to the one I already have. So let me have a look. Here with a little bag, so you can wash it in this bag so that the microplastics don't go into the water system. I always wash all of our like things like that in a bag. So it's the leading way in sustainable skincare solutions, having stopped over 1 billion disposable makeup wipes from ending up in landfill sites. But the cult favourite Aussie-born brand are not stopping there. It's time to hashtag ban the wipes for good and hashtag get active as they introduce a groundbreaking new system that's set to change the way we cleanse our skin for good. Face Halo Active. Interesting. So, oh, okay, so it's a 3-step thing. Okay, so before, I guess they've just I've I don't know loads about face halo, but I only have one, and I guess that's what they usually do, is just like, here's just the one that you need. So this removes the makeup, the remover list. So it's a dense pad, so I guess this one's denser, so it will get more stuff off. And then this is to cleanse, and then this is to exfoliate. So it's like a 3-step skincare routine with your little face pads, and then you can put them in the wash. I thought it might have been made from like ocean plastic or something. I don't actually know what they're made from. Does it say? I'm not sure, because I've got cotton pads, like cotton ones, and I've got bamboo ones. These feel like microfiber, so that would be why they probably have this bag. But very, very cool. I suppose the reason it's microfiber is because cotton or bamboo won't remove your makeup on its own, whereas this kind of texture does. But anyway, I can hear my curry boiling. That's enough about face halo. Thanks for sending that. Not sponsored, but they did send it. Always like to let you know. Good morning, it's Thursday morning. Alexa, stop. Ali's about to get here. We're going to do a shoot today. We're going to film the garage makeover. The builder's back. They are digging out a trench, I think, for the concrete to go in so that the granite's going to stay in place. And upon waking up today, I think my favourite slab is the same. It's the blue limestone. I'm going to double check with Alex, and then my family, I think, are going to come over tomorrow, and they're going to give me their opinions so we can see what they think about it as well. I'm just looking at these beautiful sunflowers. Alex got these from Sainsbury's with our order, and they're just making me very happy. I definitely want to grow those in our garden. Next week apparently, so I think they're basically going to work on the patio concrete, and he said that the electrician will be round, not this next Monday, but the Monday after, to, or maybe this Monday, I don't know, basically to plan out all the lights that are going to go in the patio. And I was happily pinning away last night, getting really excited about our patio area and the kind of gardening that we can do around it and stuff. I know it's like kind of the wrong time of year. I've got hair on my face, but it just makes me excited nonetheless. Roxy is rolling around on the floor, and yeah, it's going to be a productive day today. Every day in the morning I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to have some porridge, because that's my go-to breakfast, and I just cannot think of anything less appealing in warm weather than porridge. It's weird, every year I'm like, I'm just going to eat porridge all through the summer, I don't even care, I'm so obsessed with it. And every year I stop and I end up having smoothies, because it must be something in the air in the summer that I just don't have an appetite in the morning the same way I do in the winter. Like the last few weeks I just am not hungry in the morning, and it must be the hot weather. It really doesn't. I understand why in hot countries people just have really light breakfast and then like have their lunch later and then like a really late dinner, because I don't know, when you wake up in the morning and you're warm, you don't crave food, but when you're cold, all you want is a hearty breakfast. Anyway, I think Ali's going to be here any second, and I'll give you a little bit of an update and then end the vlog when the builders maybe are out for lunch. But here is what they're up to. You can see the trench is being dug. So I think they're going to put concrete in that trench, and then the granite can sit on top and not move. So the patio is going to go out a lot further, which is wonderful. Good afternoon. We've been filming in the garage this morning, and the builders are out for lunch, so I thought I'd show you the progress. Woo! It's getting exciting actually. So they've dug out the big trench. So I think this is where the concrete base is going to go in for the granite. So that will be the new width of the terrace. So before it was around about here. And it kind of ended there anyway, because there was a whole granite slab which you wouldn't walk on. Whereas now the patio will go over the granite slab. So it goes all the way out to here. Once that's set in, we can put the slabs down. I'm very excited, and I think, yes, we have decided on the blue limestone, but let me know your thoughts. I always like to hear them. But even over here next to the oh wait, which one is the limestone? I think it's that one. Yeah, I mean, they all look great. They're all like lovely grey. So hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to pick up the camera and start my vlog for the next one. Well, maybe I won't do it today, I'll probably start tomorrow. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Hopefully we'll have lots of updates and there'll be lots of progress in our patio renovation.